there! Today we're going to be making some pumpkin whoopie pies. These are absolutely delicious and perfect for Thanksgiving. If you want to avoid doing cupcakes or a pumpkin pie, if you want something a little more cakey. I will also be using some products that were sent to me from the company Natizo. So they sent me over 8 stainless steel measuring spoons, a cake decorating set with some piping tips, some bags, a coupler, and a decorating nail in there, and a stainless steel flour sifter. So I was able to use these products in this video and I absolutely love them. There's just a few things I want to point out about them before I get started with the video. The one thing I liked about the spoons was that there was a 1/16 teaspoon, a 1/8 teaspoon, and then your typical quarter teaspoon, 1/3 teaspoon, half teaspoon, a full teaspoon. They have a half tablespoon and a tablespoon, and I thought this was perfect because you get all the sizes you need on one little ring. Another cool thing about the flour sifter is that theirs comes with a cover for the bottom and top, which is perfect if you want to try to avoid getting too messy and you want to protect from it getting dirty. I thought that was perfect. And then of course the decorating set comes in a little container and you can see your tips and stuff, and the bags that they have included in here. They have a cleaner, the nail, and a coupler, which is perfect because you got everything you need for decorating. Alright, so let's get started with this recipe. First, I'm going to start by sifting my 2 cups of flour. As you can see here, you just remove the covers off this sifter, pour in your flour into it. And then I'm going to get my measuring spoons. As you can see here, all the ones that come on this little ring. I'm going to measure out my baking powder, my baking soda, my cinnamon, the salt, ginger, allspice, and any other spices you want to include in this recipe. It all depends on how spicy you want your pumpkin whoopie pies. And then put this aside. We're going to soften our butter. And then mix in our granulated sugar. And then mix that all well and combine until it gets fluffy. And once this is all well incorporated, we're going to add in our eggs one at a time, mixing well in between each addition. I've also added my vanilla extract at this point, and then we're going to mix this all together. And then add your pumpkin puree to this, and then mix this all well. And then we're going to start incorporating the flour. I use a spatula to incorporate all this well. And then add in your flour again and mix this all well. You just want to blend it all well together until you don't see any more flour. It is going to be a thick consistency since whoopie pies are meant to stay nice and fluffy and not spread out as much. And then what I did was get a parchment paper on a baking sheet and then pipe these out. This is kind of like piping out macarons. So you want to keep a good distance and pipe out just a bit onto this. They won't expand too much. Give the pan a little bit of a tap and then stick these in the oven and bake them at 350 degrees for about 10 to 13 minutes. They will have a little bit of residue left on the sheet pan, but they should come off fairly easily. And then remove them from the pan and just let them cool. Once those are done baking, we're going to make our cream cheese frosting. So then just mix together your butter and cream cheese and incorporate this well. Once it's combined, add in your powdered sugar, and you're going to need about 4 to 6 cups. And then add in your cinnamon to this, as well as any other spices you'd like. I'd like to add a little bit of allspice and the pumpkin spice as well. And then your vanilla extract, and just mix this well. With another spatula, I just incorporated it all, mixed it all well. Keep adding powdered sugar to this. I do about 2 cups at a time until I get that consistency that I want. Always remember to scrape your edges and bottom so everything incorporates well. So now I'm going to get the tip and piping bags out of this set that I was given. I got my coupler, my bags, and the tip I wanted to use. I'm using this circle tip right here to fill my whoopie pies with. As you can see, 3 bags come per roll. And then what you do is just cut the tip off, put your coupler in, and then add your tip and the nozzle and screw that on tightly. And you're ready to fill your bag up with frosting. So now what you want to do is find the exact same size whoopie pies, and then you're going to fill one side with the cream cheese frosting. And it doesn't have to look pretty. You're going to put the top on this so you won't be able to see how it's piped. And here I'm just putting that top on. Give it a nice little squish, and there is your whoopie pie. And this is how your whoopie pies should look. I hope you enjoyed this whoopie pie recipe. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more recipes, hit the subscribe button down below. If you want to leave a suggestion for something else, leave it in the comments down below as well. If you want to see pictures of these whoopie pies, I will be posting them on my Instagram and Facebook. All the links to everything will be down below as well. And everything you will need, the recipe and everything, are always in the description box. And again, thank you to Natizo for sending me these products to review them. I absolutely love them. And if you want to get them, I will leave everything you need to know in the description box down below. Until next time, stay sweet.